If you've ever seen the movie Idiocracy, then you will know we are inching closer and closer to that kind of society each and every day. And the latest example comes from none other than CNN. Yeah, this is my shocked face when it comes to CNN saying something idiotic. But moving on, they released this gem, which we'll talk about in a little bit, in opposition to, I believe, South Dakota. Their governor signed a bill banning transgender athletes from women's sports. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. And like I said, they go on to release this statement. So this comes from a CNN contributor, an author, journalist. I don't even know what to call them anymore. They're a joke, in my opinion. But here it is. You ready for this? There is no consensus criteria for assigning sex at birth. Listen when I tell you this. I've tried doing this video like 6 or 7 different times, and I can't get through saying this without keeping a straight face. We live in a simulation world, is all I can say. Like, up is down, left is right, night is day. I can't even speak anymore. What is going on? Now we're trying to, I understand, like, these are the same people who say, gender is a social construct, right? We'll talk about that in a little bit. But when it comes to sex, now they're trying to blur the lines and say there's no way, there's no criteria. We have no idea what you are. You just have to tell us, right? Because kids know exactly what they are. Okay. Quick biology lesson, if you will. I got to give a health lesson. Look at the plumbing. Okay, you see the plumbing? Yeah, got it. That's what sex you are. Wonderful. So, moving on, right? Because this is coming from the same people who shout, trust the science, from their rooftops, right? With the whole virus. Oh, you got to wear your masks. You got to do this. You got to do that. You can never go back to normal, right? They always want to say trust the science. But the minute there's science that contradicts their political opinion, now they say, oh, no, that's a conspiracy theory. No. The science is only something that we can trust when it aligns with left-wing thinking. Say it right, Fox. Come on, get it right. Left-wing thinking equals science good. Anything against left-wing policies, science bad. Fake news, conspiracy theory. That's seriously their criteria. So you can't tell me with a straight face that there's science to back up that you can't determine someone's sex at birth. I'm getting pissed off right now. Let me relax a little bit. I gotta take a deep breath. But seriously, and again, this is coming from the same people, the same party, the same administration that said they want to empower women, and women are equal, and they're so pro-woman. Then why are they trying to now make women compete against biological men? Okay? Why is that the case? Because you can't sit here and try and tell me that men don't have an inherent physical advantage compared to women. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. That's the way that we were designed. Just live with it. Seriously, you got to learn to get over it. I can bring up article after article. There was a transgender female MMA fighter cracking women's skulls in their fights. You want to know why? Men have different bone density in their hands when you go through male puberty. Then you can look at female or trans men, trans women. I don't even know what the hell to call it anymore. Okay? But you had someone who was born a man entering women's powerlifting, smashing all the records. Gee, I wonder why. Because we already said men have an inherent physical advantage when it comes to strength and athletic ability. What are you going to do? I said, you got to get over it. You want to go a little bit further? You have high school female athletes, track athletes, losing their senior year to biological men. And now this is all in, equality or whatever movement it is you want to talk about. You're erasing women. Like, what's going on with this? Okay? And I guess we'll talk about my stance on the transgender movement. I can care less if you're transgender. Seriously, you might think I'm coming off as someone who's like, you got to get rid of these people. No, I can care less if you consider yourself trans, if you want to transition, if you believe you're someone else. Seriously, do your thing that makes you happy. If it makes you a better person, makes you a more productive member of society, do your thing. I really don't care. It's the same people who might be lesbian, they might be gay. It's literally the same exact thing. Okay? I might not live your exact lifestyle, but I don't want to force you to live mine. As long as you leave me alone, I'm going to leave you alone. Okay? But where I draw the line is now you're going to erase women by making it to where they have to compete against biological men. That's a no-no. We can try and find a way to fit you into something else, but that we're not doing that. Sorry. But seriously, I don't want the government infringing upon me. And again, if you want to live a certain life, I don't think the government should stop you from doing so. But as I already said, you're not competing against biological women. You have an advantage, but that's it. But end of discussion. So I guess now we'll talk about the whole gender movement, like the whole gender is a social construct. In all honesty, I can care less. I can care less if these people want to live in a fairy tale land and they say gender is a social construct and there's no differences between men and women and there's so many different roles and there's so many different genders. Again, do your thing. I can care less. I really can care less. I have so many other more important things on my plate. I can care less who you identify as. But if you're going to try and now erase how we determine sex, and, you know, obviously I'm talking male and female, you know what I mean? If you're going to try and blur the lines between that, you're not getting that, okay? You're not getting that. And getting back to what I was saying before, how men are going to be 99 times out of 100 more physically superior to women, right? It's just the way it works. It's the way that we were designed. Women are better than men in other ways. That's why men and women are so good complementing one another, okay? And again, I already said, I can care less if you're gay. I can care less if you're lesbian. Can care less if you're trans. Do your thing. Make yourself happy, right? That's seriously what I'm for. Make yourself happy. But all I'm trying to say is men and women, you know, they're different. They're different in their own regard. Yes, you can say that they are equal in the sense that they should both be treated with the same amount of respect, the same dignity. They should still have the ability to pursue, you know, the same opportunities. But, you know, they both kind of fill each other's holes. We're keeping that in the video. We were keeping that in. You know what I'm trying to say, right? I wasn't trying to get at that, but you know what I'm trying to say. Unless you're into that kind of thing. But moving on, all right? All I'm trying to say is you're not going to blur the lines between, you know, what determines sex. You're not getting that. Because you're not going to find a medical profession that actually listens to the science, that isn't a political hack, that is, you know, totally into what it is you're talking about right now. They're all going to sit there, they're going to say, all right, listen, do your thing, you know, be who you want to be. But at the end of the day, you got male, you got female. Pick one. And that's kind of where I stand on that whole thing as well. So threw a couple little things in there for you in terms of the whole gender thing and, you know, the whole transgender women in sports and whatnot. So let me know your thoughts on that. Kind of a oddball Friday video, but I saw the article and I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, where are we going? Clown world. That's all I keep saying. We live in a clown world, a simulation. Again, Elon Musk, please come save us. So listen, let me know your thoughts on the whole video. Do you agree with CNN saying there's no criteria for assigning sex at birth? Are you against that? Let me know your thoughts on the whole transgender movement in terms of should they be in women's sports? Should they be excluded from them? I want to hear your thoughts because these are mine. And hey, this video is for you. I really do want to know your point of view. So I appreciate you checking out the video. I want you to have a very, very happy weekend. Hope you do a lot of great things. And I hope to see you again sometime soon.